Okay, here's my trade review for August 31st, last day of the month. First thing in the morning, SQNM, SQNM has some action. As you can see right here, it just started out kind of average. The volume was almost non-existent. And then there was a rumor out that a Brown University study revealed that the Down syndrome test for expecting mothers was 99% accurate. So this stock just rocketed. I was long 2,000 shares coming in from Thursday, back higher up actually. And yeah, on Thursday I was long the stock. I pulled back for a couple of days. I still like the daily, and I still like the fact there's a catalyst coming up with this news. Um, and if this type of news keeps coming out and it proves to be true, this was a rumor that came out today, then this stock is going to rocket back into this gap, if not even higher. I don't know. I don't know when this sell-off started happening. If this was information that kind of got out earlier, that these tests, the information they had for their CPRX tests were tainted. But this used to be a $26 stock. So if it can recapture even a part of this, I know there's a lot of lawsuit issues and they're going to have costs to fight all that, but it's still going to be worth more than what it's worth now. So I've been watching this and playing this. Like I said, I came in with 2,000 shares. After I saw this action, I added another 2,000. I added at 588 and 589. So it was actually right here. Yeah, it was right here in the first action going on, and they were just eating up the offers. And so I jumped in. It spiked up. I missed dumping up here at 614. I was hoping for 633 was my target to dump. I didn't get there. It pulled back. I ended up dumping half at 6 and the other half at 599, and then it pulled back down in here. I kept an eye on it. Over here again, I bought another 2,000 shares at 610 and 608, 1,008. No, I'm sorry, it's a different trade. At 611 and then 607, and then it took off again. And I dumped them all at 627. Again, I was calling for mid 630s. It kind of pulled back. It was the end of the day. Had a nice little spike here, so I sold. And of course, it takes off and crossed 650. It pulled back, and actually in the after hours, I bought another 1,000 just to have something overnight because this finished way too strong. And I have a feeling that these two spikes here, and remember that day that I was trading it, it just wouldn't die at the end of the day. I got a feeling something's leaking out, and there's some good news coming here. And maybe tomorrow we gap up, or maybe not, but I think at least we hit 7. I'll get a chance to sell at 7 here and get about a 60 or 70 cent gain. And maybe I'll get lucky and there'll be some news released and we'll be up here in the 10, 11, 12s. So anyway, that was, I traded most of my day on SQNM. Another one I took was off Andy out of the chat room. Andy notified us to CPRX, Catalyst Pharmaceutical Partners. We missed all this. This is from 50 cents all the way up to $1. Andy told us about it at $1. By the time I hit the daily chart, it was already at $1.10. I was just looking to see what's that, trying to do a little research. So I bought some at 110, $1.10, and I sold some at all of it actually at $1.18, thinking that this resistance line was, I didn't know how strong this news was. And I didn't want to get caught on a pullback to 50 cents. So I took my 8 cents of profit, and then of course, classic, you sell and it keeps ripping. Went right to 155, 160, and then pulled back. And the after hours is still holding up. Got a nice little flag here. This might be one to watch for tomorrow. I might do a little more digging on this. See, look at this. This gap down, obviously on some event, and or maybe the ticker symbol changed. And this is the start of this company. and it just rocketed. It's a huge volume day. It's gonna over 5 million shares, 5.5 million shares, traded hands. It touched the 200-day moving average and pulled back. So we'll see, but this is going to catch some people's attention tonight in their scans. Keep an eye on that one. SPPI. I was watching this all day, but I didn't have the heart to trade it. I sold out of this one at 7.53. It pulled back for a couple days. I thought that was a clever exit. I was patting myself in the back, and then sure enough, boom, boom, 2 big days. We're back up above 8.50, a buck above my exit. I day traded a bit yesterday, just caught a little tiny move, but today I really should have been all over this because, it started almost where it closed and just kept moving up, up, up all day. Really didn't pull back too hard, a couple little shakeouts. But the SPPI story, Spectrum Pharmaceutical, is still intact. There's some catalysts coming up. It's got 2 or 3 drugs that they all get approved. They say there's going to be a $20 stock. So we'll see how that one progresses. All the pharma plays, all the biotech was in play. The SVA, SQNM, SPPI, and I don't even know anymore. Other one I caught in the after hours here was YRCW. This is the trucking company. I've traded this one off and on for a while. It's always on my watch list. So this looks like we got some big green volume days here, pushing the stock up. When some good news comes that would signal it's not going to go bankrupt. There's some issues about its debt, and we had a big one 2 days or a day ago, and then today, and the after hours, there's news that they had come to some terms on their credit agreement. So this is when it came out. I bought in around 250. And I had a sell up here near 3. If it hit it, fine. If not, I'm going to hold it overnight. So I got it overnight right now. And we'll see how good this news is. See if we can get up here at 280, maybe the 200-day moving average, or even 3. So keep your eye on that one. Those are all the trades I took today. There's another one here we could watch that I was watching all day. I never traded, but a lot of people in the chat room did. I should have. Was SVA. This is the vaccination company, and it had news a couple days ago that it had won the bid to supply China with the H1N1 vaccinations. So it took off on that. I don't think there's been any more news since that, but it's just been going on and on and on. Continue to look at that in the pre-market. Start out regular. There might have been some news here. I actually have to look into that. But it took off right away, and then all day stair step up, barely pulling back. I mean, even if you had a bad entry in this, if you just waited long enough, you were going to be green. And it finished at its highs, almost pulling back. You know what? It closed up, maybe 18 cents off its high in the after hours. Most likely this will gap up tomorrow. But that's a hell of a run there. I don't know if I want to get involved in that. That's a long way to fall if it doesn't work out. Anyway, it was a good day for me. Hope it was a good day for you. See you tomorrow.